He's a baby, he's a baby. Boom, boom. I'm a baby, I'm a baby. Boom. Yes, I'm a baby in a power suit. How cool is that? And this is, of course, the Retrotech 120p challenge, where you can have as many goes as you want. But the minute you press the record button is the minute you've committed to this act of terrible baby fisting adult action. Be careful how you say that. I don't think I was careful enough. Yes, this is Cpatain Commando. I'm not playing as the eponymous captain, I'm afraid. I am playing as one of his sidekicks because, look, it's a baby in a power suit. It's funny, isn't it? And what's really good is I'm coming up to fighting another power suit. So you can knock the villain out of it, you can jump in, and then you're a baby in a power suit, Beat that final fight. Beat that Streets of Rage. You can't. And this is a pretty good beat-em-up, to be fair. It's very much like one of the... Even though it's a Capcom game, it's very much like the Konami beat-em-ups, I feel, because of the smaller sprites, the sort of limited move set, and the quirky characters. It looks a bit like a Simpsons game. It's got the guns in it from Punisher and Aliens vs Predator, though. So, yeah, it's not the most playable. It's more repetitive than a Final Fight or Aliens vs Predator or Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. But it is a game that came out earlier than most of them. Not Final Fight, but definitely the absolute creme de la creme of the Capcom beat-em-ups that came out later. And in it, not only can you play as a baby and obviously the eponymous captain, but you can also play as a ninja. Because you've got to have a ninja. It's the early 90s. And a mummy. Yes, not a mummy as in his mummy or her mummy. I think it's a he. There's a lovely scene there of a goon smashing a baby's head into a safe wall there. Brilliant. If you wanted to play Cpatain Commando, you could play it in the arcade on MAME, as I'm doing now. Or you could play it on the Super Nintendo, which came out in 1995. You can play it on the PlayStation, which came out in 1998. And then much later on, it also came out on several collections, including the Capcom Collections 2 on the PS2, the PSP Capcom Classics Collection, and then much later, in fact a couple of years ago, on Capcom Beat-em-Ups Collection, which you can play on the PS4, PS5, Xbox One and the Switch and the PC. So if you wanted to play Cpatain Commando legitimately, that's your best route. The main character, not this baby, would go on to appear in Marvel vs. Capcom, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Capcom World, Namco X Capcom, SNK vs. Capcom Card Players, and that's about it. Quirky little character, funny little game, good stuff. So genital facts. I've not done any research because I've been travelling all weekend, so let's just do this. Babies' genitals then. So baby boys' penises, as you probably know, look like frozen prawns. Does that count as a fact? I think it does. Babies, get this, come out, and I didn't know this, of the lady's vagina after 9 months of brewing. 9 months. They carry a little human in them. Sort of like this then. Like, obviously power, but the baby's mum's a power army, you see, which makes her do crazy things. They're put there by a stork, and I'm afraid to tell you that if you're married, if you've got a child, your wife's been having an affair with a stork. Well, at least the stork's been orally inserting babies into her. So sorry about that, chaps. The little handkerchief sort of erodes in the womb juice. I think that's the first time I've ever used womb juice as a term. Anyway, first credit down. Now, babies largely don't have sex, but please, if you do catch them at it, or with an adult, then something terrible is happening, and please do call the police. Is that a joke I should have gone to? Probably not, but I have now committed to that joke. I will back down from it in an apology at the end of the video, as long as I remember. Look, this is what Cpatain Commando looks like, by the way. So yeah, again, the RetroTech 120p challenge. You can have as many goes as you like, really. You can keep going, have as many goes as you want. But as soon as you press the record button on your 20p, that's all you get, that 20p. And then you have to upload it and admit that you're not very good at games. It's the only way. But please do join in, because I think it'd be nice to see some fresh faces making their own terrible jokes about baby genitals and serious things like that. But what a quirky game this is, and I do recommend it to anyone, including your grandmother, at least 8 of your friends, not your dog because he doesn't have thumbs, and anyone you know who might look like that little fat ball character. I think he did. Look, he's enjoying himself. Very disappointing in this game, though, that it doesn't have the usual beat 'em up trope of men walking around with vests on, but no shirts underneath. Actually, no, the knife guy does, doesn't he? So yes, you still got that trope. As long as you've got in your late 80s, early 90s beat 'em up, as long as you've got... Hang on, I just want to double check. I think there's a knife guy in a minute. He's got a vest on underneath. Right, okay, so this has destroyed the trope that every single scrolling beat 'em up has to have at least one character with wearing like a vest with no shirt on underneath. And I'm not counting Turtles or Simpsons and that. I'm talking about sort of original ones. But although there's a lot of sort of gilet wearing by that fat guy there and the knife dudes, I don't know why people at Capcom thought that everyone carrying a knife was really skinny, but as they are, look, apparently. But my time is nearly at an end, so I can stop waffling. This hench lady and her goons have put an end to me, and so there I got to level 3. Probably not very good compared to everyone else, but you know, you got to put your head above the parapet early in this game, don't you? But as I say, please do join in the RetroTech 120p challenge, and please have a look at some of the other people that may be worse than me, or they may be better than me. But there's only one way to find out, and that's for you to put your eyes on them. But until next time, sorry about the baby jokes, and Kay, thanks and bye.